Everyone knows that Daenerys Targaryen, the mother of dragons, carried the bloodline of House Targaryen, the last dragon lords of Valyria. She even hatched 3 dragons from stone. But have you ever wondered where her family came from? How did dragons first appear? And who exactly was this Aegon the Conqueror we keep hearing about? The answers lie in the Game of Thrones prequel, Conquest and Rebellion. Thousands of years ago, in the heart of the Valyrian Peninsula, there lived a powerful race of people. They built castles in the clouds, mastered magic, and tamed the greatest creatures the world had ever known, dragons. While other civilizations prayed to gods, the Valyrians ruled as gods themselves. But greatness was short-lived. One day, a cataclysm known as the Doom of Valyria struck. Volcanoes erupted, the land split open, fire rained from the sky, and even the dragons were burned alive. Within mere hours, the greatest city in history was reduced to ashes. Only one noble house survived, House Targaryen. Why? Because before the doom came, a young woman named Daenerys Targaryen had a prophetic dream. Though mocked, her father Aegon Targaryen took the vision seriously. He packed up their family, a few dragons, and fled Valyria. After months of wandering, they arrived on a remote island off the coast of Westeros, Dragonstone. This became the ancestral home of the Targaryens, and the place Daenerys and her brother longed to reclaim. There the Targaryens settled, grew in number, and waited. But a family with dragons was never meant to stay on a small island. Everything changed with the birth of one man, Aegon Targaryen. Aegon would often stand atop Dragonstone's towers, gazing east toward the fallen Valyria, and west toward the rich divided lands of Westeros. 7 kingdoms, always at war, ripe for conquest. And so, the idea of uniting Westeros took root in his mind. He flew over the continent on dragonback, posing as a visiting noble. But upon returning home, he ordered a massive stone table carved with a detailed map of all 7 kingdoms. That table? The same one Daenerys would later use to plan her invasion. With his mind made up, Aegon began preparing for war. At the time, Westeros was divided. The Stormlands were ruled by House Durrandon, the Riverlands by House Hoare, the North by the Starks, the West by the Lannisters, the Reach by House Gardner, the Vale by House Arryn, and the Dornish Desert by House Martell. Each kingdom ruled itself, locked in endless feuds, until Aegon showed them what true power looked like. But even with dragons, Aegon needed a reason to strike. That chance came soon enough. Fearing invasion from the Iron Islands, King Argilac of the Stormlands reached out to Aegon, offering land and his daughter's hand in marriage. But Aegon had already married both his sisters, Visenya and Rhaenys, so he declined, but offered a counter-proposal: marry the princess to his loyal brother, Orys Baratheon. Orys, of course, would later become the ancestor of Robert Baratheon. Argilac was insulted. He chopped off the hands of Aegon's envoy and said, "Your bastard brother can have these instead." Aegon didn't retaliate. He didn't need to. This was the excuse he'd been waiting for. Soon after, he sent the same message to all 7 kingdoms. "From this day forward, I am the king of Westeros. Bend the knee, and you may keep your lands and titles. Resist, and you will burn." Aegon landed at the mouth of the Blackwater Rush, built a small fort later known as Aegon's Fort, the place that would one day become King's Landing. He forged House Targaryen's sigil, a 3-headed red dragon breathing fire, symbolizing him and his 2 dragon-riding sisters. Visenya placed a Valyrian steel crown upon his head. Rhaenys declared him the first true king of Westeros, and their brother, Orys Baratheon, was named Hand of the King, founding the very first small council. The conquest had begun, and with dragons as their weapon, the Targaryens would change the fate of Westeros forever.